Hello everyone and welcome to July. I'm here to bring you your July general readings. I hope you're all having a great summer, and for those of you in the southern hemisphere, a great winter. We just rounded the solstice here, so we're going to bring it in through July. First off, I'm conducting a little bit of a giveaway. I love your guys' comments so much, and I want to keep encouraging the comments to stay alive and to stay inspired as we build this little YouTube channel and the community begins to grow. The number of views was down, which I'm actually quite happy for. That means a lot of people are actually out getting after it and out getting her done. So that's really good to see. But for those of you that are watching, your moon, your sun, and your ascendant signs, leave comments, inspired comments, and I may pick you to receive this Tarot of the Elves Tarot just kind of at random. I want you guys to know that I read all of your comments and I try to respond to as many of them as I can. So as well, check the description box down below. There's some new ways to get in touch with me. I'm on Instabook and Facegram and Patreon now, so feel free to get in touch with me if you would like. Please remember that these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Without further ado, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy your readings. All right, Aquarius, let's get down to business. It's time for your July general readings for 2017. How are you guys? I hope you're all healthy, staying fit, active, and your life is full of bliss and abundance at this time. And if not, we're going to look at what tarot can do to help us get there. All right? Aquarius, yes, it is time for you. What more can I say? I just hope you're all doing well. My intention for these readings is definitely for health. And yeah. So we're just going to give the tarot a little extra time to sort itself out, to shuffle them up. I don't know what more I can say to you guys. I'm just like you. I'm anxious to get into your true content, to find out what it is that's going on. So I feel like there's a lot of people around you right now, Aquarius. Maybe you're kind of like feeling that social butterfly energy for a lot of you in the northern hemisphere that are very like outwardly social just due to weather. Like I think we saw it in the last reading where it's like maybe you guys are putting certain things on the back burner just to go get out, enjoy the weather, enjoy some other people's company. There we go. Company and make the most of your summers and the long days and the good times. All right, so yes, messages for Aquarius. Here we go. We'll get some cards out. All right, so we'll come in to the heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, root. Please set your intention, Aquarius. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. You've got Two of Wands. Okay, so this isn't bad at all here. This is you guys continuing on that path of deciding what's best and what's most important as it regards to your dreams, your definition of success, and where you want to be, making the most of the moments of your time, getting after your passion, so to speak, making it happen. I see you guys kind of being at the center, like inviting friends in from all different areas or aspects, or being that one that's doing the organizing of the parties, or being the one that's like inviting people out to social venues. And as well, this feeling that I have here is that you guys are going to be choosing in the very near future a major dedication to something that you want to work before. You may be finding yourself letting go or putting something permanently on the back burner or selling something so that you have additional resources to pursue something that you have defined for yourself that is more important at this time. So this is something that could be looming in the subconscious or looming in the background of your mind. It's kind of like floats in and out, so to speak. Two of Wands for me is showing the progression of the magician, manifesting and honing his skills, taking his tools to the next level. So some of you may have acquired more acumen in regards to how you're perceived through your talents and your abilities, which is always very good for you, Aquarius. And Two of Wands is kind of like, as well, showing you guys putting your best foot forward, and hopefully people will be taking notice of that. But let's get into it and see where it could all lead with Two of Wands energy up overall. We'll relate back to it as we move through the reading. All right, up in your everyday life, in your grounding, your root chakra, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And this card is reversed. But it's a wheel, so it's a bit of a subtle reversal. And the Wheel of Fortune, to me, it always speaks of things like in regards to your destiny, your purpose that kind of expands more than just this one particular lifetime. But to see this card in the grounding situation, it's a reminder that we've got to pull in our life lessons. We can't just dismiss stuff. Maybe some of you are a little bit guilty of like dismissing things that had more of an impression to make on you, or that things were there for a reason, and then you could have dismissed them, and you may find certain things that are reoccurring again and again and again until you take awareness of them and maybe make some sort of subtle change, whether it be to personality, how you deal with people, how you allocate your resources, or what it is that you're just doing with your time in general. So if you're finding lots of hurdles, lots of hiccups, lots of like bumps, or like a problem that keeps reoccurring, it's time for you to take notice of it and ask yourself, well, why is this here? Why is this occurring? And how can I most predominantly eliminate this in a way where I've grounded the lesson, or I've rooted this experience into my being, so that that I will not have to experience such adversity, or this particular type of adversity anymore with Wheel of Fortune. And it doesn't always have to mean adversity. It can mean good fortune. It can mean good luck. So if you have been on a bit of a roll, Aquarius, and the timing could be anywhere from years to months to days, but if you have found yourself that you have been on a bit of a roll, it's kind of asking you to also be in recognition of that, be in appreciation and in gratitude of that, so that the wheel doesn't fall off, so to speak. So the things don't come to a grounding halt, whereas like somebody all of a sudden you land on go to jail, right? And you have to miss your next 3 turns or something like that. Wheel of Fortune is just saying, let's be aware of either how much of a struggle things have been, or how easy things have been as of late, so that we can either be in appreciation or at least in an acknowledgement of it, okay? And that way we're grounding these things into our life, so that as we enter into our larger soul journey, our larger soul path, we have put these things to bed. They're in our Akash, they're locked into our mental records, and we know easier solutions to these things when they appear, or if they appear for other people. Then at that point of time, we can offer our kind words, we can offer our listening ears to those sort of people, and being able to communicate our experiences on a meaningful and authentic level. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Let's go up 1 to Sacral. Knight of Swords. Here you guys are, right? Moving through your elements. So maybe a lot of you are talking to potential or prospective lovers about what expectations are in a relationship. Some of you may just be finding like, a friendship has the potential to move to a higher level. You may be deciding to see somebody more mutually exclusive. And as well, you may just be really forthrightly trying to understand somebody, trying to maybe discover, or what's the word I'm looking for, to determine whether or not certain lovers are the best for you. Knight of Swords is you guys moving through your element of like what it is that satisfies you, what satiates the mind at this point in time. For some of you, just because of the time we're in with Sun and Cancer being July, some of this definitely could flow down into like that of a sexual nature, or that of a romantic nature, and your creativity. This comes back to this Two of Wands. Okay, maybe you guys are talented enough where you're creating things that are very different. They're like apples and oranges. They're not so much like peas and carrots. There's, you have resources for Project A, but it's so different than Project B that even the tools and the application of such they're not transferable. So you may be feeling stretched a little bit thin with this Knight of Swords in your sacral, right? Because it's like, well, how can we effectively solve 2 problems on one front? You can't be in 2 places at the same time. It's just impossible. So you're going to have to want to watch who you're dedicating your time to, and who you're making promises to and commitments to at this time, because this could leave you feeling stuck, or this could leave you feeling the fact where it's like you may be moving so quickly that you don't even know or realize what's going on or how you're affecting others at this time. I even feel like in my mouth and my spoken word right now, it's like tunneling or railroading out of control, because this is a very fast moving energy. This is something where it's like you guys, yes, can feel comfortable in it, but you have to remember the people around you, even lovers and friends and that, they don't always necessarily feel comfortable in that, okay? Maybe at short doses, but for anybody that's closer in your life, it's kind of one of those things where it's like you kind of gotta watch your speed. You kind of gotta want to watch how much you're willing to sort of be selfish to get to your destination so quickly that the journey has left like a trail of bodies, or like and I don't mean that in like a literal sense. That's metaphorical, you guys. Like just a trail of broken hearts or bodies, or like, you know, appendages along the way. We're dealing with a knight. Imagine in old fantasy terms of a knight just going through and hacking and slashing to go save the princess, and they realize half the people he hacked and slashed were like his own friends, his own army, and his own family, just because he was too blinded by some passion that he thought he was out to like save the world or something like that. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but apply it to your situation. I think you guys will get a good picture, a clear picture of what it is. We're just going to move on. Move up to a page of cups, right? Okay, look, because there definitely could be some innocence and some naivety in regards to younger Aquarians being in touch with their emotions, getting in touch with some balance and some stability in the fact that, you know, everything that we're headstrong about, there are certain feelings that come about as a result. And if those feelings are denied in any sort of way, they always have a tendency or a way to resurface in certain places that we don't expect them to, right? And we can relate it back to this Wheel of Fortune energy. You may have think you've put it to bed, you've done with it, you've dealt with it, but you know, here intuitively, here it comes again. It's asking you, right? Can you face, you know, your expectation of love, of adoration, of sadness, of anger, of even depression? Like, do you have the ability to define your emotions as they occur so that you can deal with them? Or are you just at the whim of like maybe trying to like solve what you don't understand through some sort of mechanical triggers of the mind? And so we have to be very careful at suppressing energies and emotions that we don't understand at this time, rather than being an acknowledgement and aware of it and trying to work with them, okay? Because we can't work with something that we don't understand, right? Say you're presented with an element or like something, and you don't know its properties, you don't know its melting point, its boiling point, you know, its freezing point. How can you do anything with it when it's all just a bunch of guesswork? You're more liable to just like throw it in the drawer, slam the drawer, and never look at it again. And when it comes to our emotions, we just cannot get in that bad habit of doing that. Otherwise, this stuff can come back to bite you. This stuff can come back to end up making you look like a fool, or making you look like somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, okay? I don't mean to accuse you of all kinds of stuff. Let's quickly look at the external before we get some clarity on this. Some of you could be dealing with a younger Scorpio, a younger Pisces, or a younger Cancer who has really grown like a strong affection for you and wants to be around you 24/7 or all the time. And maybe it's like a little bit too much for you, like we saw in this Knight of Swords, right? Maybe it's like they're dropping too many, they want to say I love you already, or they want to be a part of your life, and you're just like, well, maybe they were just like somebody that you weren't sure if it was going to go all the way with that person, and then it happened, and now there's certain things that need to be communicated if you're dealing with a younger water sign. Okay, so 9 of Cups, here we go. The full gamut of emotion, right? Look at all these different cups that are up here, right? Happiness, sadness, regret, forgiveness, understanding, anger, right? Anguish, betrayal, joy. All of these different feelings that when we have them, the awareness of them becomes so important. It's almost like you have them collected, like it shows here, like in a showcase, so that when these things occur, you can revere in them, you can delight in them, or you do have the intellectual and the emotional, what's the word I'm looking for here? You have the capacity to deal with these emotions as they occur. It's good to cry things out. Sometimes it's good to go out and yell at a rock or a tree if you're feeling angry, right? Or go to the gym and hit the speed bag or the body bag so you can get this stuff out. We can express these emotions and get them out in ways that are very healthy. I just want to make sure that this isn't being suppressed through any kind of like substance, alcohol, or otherwise, right? When it comes up, intuitively, tarot is asking you, be in recognitions of your emotions, acknowledge them and deal with them, because if you don't, trouble could occur. You could have trouble being back in this manifesting, this 2 of Wands resourceful energy. You could be sidetracked or waylaid. All right, let's move up into the heart. You guys are going quick. Like, my mouth is just like my lips are flying off my face. I feel like there's so much information to get out here. Things are going so fast. All right, Two of Swords reversed up in the heart. You guys have decided a direction for yourself. You guys have pretty much got your minds made up, I feel, for whatever this is that's going on in your mind. Whatever it is where you're putting one thing to best in order to pick something else up higher. It's almost like, I'm surprised it's not Two of Pentacles in a way, because the juggling act will have stopped. The indecisiveness will come to an end. There is going to be more clarity that something has priority over the other, and it will be in your awareness, in your frontal lobe, and in your heart. It is clear to you at this time what it is that you would like to have happen, or what it is that you would like to pursue, all right, where your energy is. And this comes back to manifesting. This comes back to your understandings, all right. Maybe you understand the pros and the cons of going direction A with so-and-so, right? If we're looking at this in terms of people, and you've looked at the pros and cons and going direction B with this other person, and maybe you may find yourself in a situation for some Aquarians where they're having to let somebody down in order so that they can make a commitment to another. Or as well, you may just, as we saw in the Two of Wands energy, you may just be dumping a bunch of stuff on Craigslist so that you can, gain a couple G's so that you can invest it back into something that really floats your boat more than the thing you sold off did, okay? That's this energy with Two of Swords. Now we're going to look into a little bit of clarity with this card in the heart. The heart is such a dynamic thing, right? It's like it's so changing. It's ever changing. It's ever... Eight of Pentacles. Look at the hard work. Look at you guys getting everything done. You guys are leaving nothing left to chance. You guys are working hard to complete everything to your best ability at this time. So there is no worry here. Your heart is in the right place. As long as you're getting to the heart of the matter, it doesn't matter kind of what your heart is at this time, which is intuitively what I felt with this emotional sort of subjectivity that has come up. You guys are kind of still in a position where you may be ignoring it, right? See how she has her back to these candles on this side of the table where she could sit and commune with somebody and get it all done, but instead she is clearly looking this way at the material things that she wants to have happen. Again, I'm not accusing you guys of anything. You have your own lives to live. You have the power of free choice. You do what it is that you want. And if this decision to do this is in your mind, you're going to go for it regardless because it's in your heart. And it's really exciting to see that energy. I just want to make sure that you guys are not running the risk of having this heart chakra close off because certain emotions are being suppressed, or you may be like sort of kicking certain ideas to the curb to follow something so narrowly or so closely that other people are going to kind of take note and feel that you're kind of unattainable or unapproachable here coming up in the near future. All right? So it's lighter. It's your life kind of energy. I'm just going to say we're going to have to watch how harmonious Aquarius is with other signs as we move through July. Suns in Cancer, people are kind of going to be getting upset easily over little triggers, over little things. And so Aquarius is going to be kind of like, Miley Cyrus's wrecking ball in this situation where you're just like charging through being like, I don't give a F. I don't care. Like it's not like it could be borderline belligerent for some of you, but at the same time, people see your earnestness. Is that a word? Earnestness? Your earnest. Jeez. People are going to see your dedication, I guess, how dedicated you are working towards it, and they're going to appreciate it. But at the same time, they are just going to be like 2 steps back, like whoa, there goes Aquarius, like they're gone, right? Anyways, wow, more pages. All right, more core cards coming up here. Page of Wands reversed in communication. You guys are going to be speaking with authority. You guys are going to be speaking with confidence. You guys are going to be moving about. It's almost like you're willing to take things to the board of directors if you need to. You're willing to take things to the highest court in the land, almost, so to speak. You know, if you could talk to the president or the prime minister at any given moment of time, you'd be the first one to step right up and be like, look, I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. Or, you know, I don't like that you did, I don't care you're the CEO. I don't like the fact that you don't give people the right to wear jeans on Friday kind of thing. And it's like, wow, Aquarius, this is some like very hyper confident energy that's coming through in your spoken word, Page of Wands. I feel just because you're so passionate. Maybe you feel like you've gotten a short and shake, like a raw deal over the last little while, and you're ready. Like anything that's attacking you, well, not attacking, anything that's eating at you from like the nitty gritty levels, from the ticky tacky stuff, you guys are just going to be like kicking it off with great big cowboy boots and saying like, nobody's got time for that. I don't care. You know, if somebody comes to you with something superficial or like what you would judge to be piddly or, you know, not worth your time, you're going to straight up be telling people that. And it's like, wow, certain people you're going to have to really watch, especially with younger people. I hope that you guys are approaching things with compassion, all right? Page of Cups intuitively, maybe some of you will. Maybe some of you will, after even this reading, will recognize the compassion that's needed in order to still move as quickly as you want to on things, be as confident and definitive as you want about things, but doing so with this intuitive compassion, all right? That would be awesome. It would be so awesome to see that. It's like almost like hitting the jackpot and like, you know, knowing that you were going to hit it the day before and like dumping your life savings into an investment that occurred the day before and knowing that you'd have your back covered. Like that kind of like just amazing energy, like miraculous type stuff, as long as that compassion is there. All right. Oh my goodness. Wow, court cards, court cards, court cards. And I felt it when I was shuffling for you guys, just saying like you guys are around people. There's lots of water signs here. There's other air signs in Libra and Gemini, and there could even be some younger Sagittarians or Aries out there kind of looking or at your confidence and looking at what you're doing. We didn't even talk about the external people in your life that this could be with communication, who you're talking to, some younger fire signs. And now we have the reiteration of water sign up here in your pineal. Some of you could, for single Aquarius is up there, some of you could be feeling like romance perhaps is a certain sacrifice or a certain thing that you're keen on it, but maybe you're going to be moving slower on it. There isn't going to be maybe this sort of chasing of partners or, needing to be romantically involved. All your relationships seem to like almost have this feeling of surface level type stuff. Not to say that it's superficial, but it's like almost like very much like, okay, let's meet, let's have coffee, let's have dinner, but I got somewhere else I got to be at 7 o'clock, so it's good to see you again. Maybe next Sunday, maybe next Saturday, let's do this again. It's not like, well, you're going to give somebody your whole weekend to be like, oh, I love you, let's run away to Spain kind of thing. It's almost like you guys are going to be more so like, no, I've got dreams to fulfill, I've got stuff I need to get done. Okay, not for everybody. Certain Aquarius would definitely be feeling like, where are we at with relationships? Where do we want to be? Not too much is going to be occurring other than some potential envisioning, some manifestation, some goal setting, some dreaming in regards to romance and things like that. The Knight of Cups say that there's an offering, but this is almost like an offering of spirit. If somebody has like been departed from somebody, like a great distance is between them, whether it's between lifetimes or even on different sides of the planet, there could be like some desire to like write to that person, to communicate to them even though they can't hear you, so that you get that esoteric connection going on with, twin flames, and life partners, and soulmates, and things like that. Knight of Cups is actually a pretty good card to see up in your pineal. It just means like that, yeah, definitely the people that you share your love with that you can't be with at present time, there is always that connection of soul and spirit that is between you, that you can rely upon that. Okay? So it's good to see there. All right. Let's see what sources. Tower reversed. Interesting. So this card is asking you to have a look at your life, where you're at, the security, the permanence, your esteem needs, almost everything in those lower hierarchy that's there that you have built upon, and it's asking you to have a look at its permanence. You know, are you one paycheck away from having things swept out from underneath your feet? Are you two paychecks away from it? Or it's kind of like we saw here with the tools where it was like, you know, is the one thing that you're doing there that you've invested all your time in, you know, is there going to be a certain point where you're going to have to dump that? You're going to have to be able to move away from it at a moment's notice, or like put it to rest, or liquidate it, so to speak. And are you sure that the investments you have are retaining their value to somebody else? Because it may be a certain situation where somebody's finding that they've valued something to a degree, but then when they actually go to get rid of it, it's like nobody else is willing to pay the price that you think is valuable for, particularly when we see the Tower in from Source. Aquarius is almost kind of like at the whim of like the economy. Like if you're renting out rental properties, maybe you're not getting the price that you're asking for, and you're thinking, well, is selling maybe, you know, even a better option? Or the Tower could be saying like, maybe, you know, when you go to, you know, find a new motorcycle or a new car or any big ticket item, the sticker price that's on it, and you just kind of throw your head back and laugh, and you'd be like, there's no way anybody's paying 20 grand for that, Charlie. I'll give you 12. And you may be surprised to be like, they'll be like, yeah, okay. You know, that kind of thing, right? With this Tower reversed, it could be certain situations where luck could favor you, right? And it's weird because like these are reversals. Everyone's like, oh, reversals are bad mojo. But I've got these two reversed, and it could just be like kind of like almost like a double wrong turning into a right, where like you could capitalize or opportunity. You could get a lucky bounce, Aquarius, in regards to something that you're willing to chase or willing to get after. But the reverse is also true. You could also get a bad bounce if you're not being careful. Something could soon like end up costing you, or could end up setting you back a few days or a week or a couple hundy by, you know, some sort of misfortune. And I don't like to predict misfortune, but I'm saying I'm like, tarot's tarot, right? I got to tell you what's going on, right? So just be prepared either way, right? Now, it's okay, because we're going to look at Colette Baron's reads, Wisdom of the Oracle. It's all going to be fine. We're all going to manage. Let's have compassion. Let's not suppress our emotions. Let's karmically be good to ourselves, true to ourselves. And anybody that's coming in our way, let's not bowl them over in terms of our strength and our talents. Let's take the time to realize, well, they're smelling the roses. Maybe we should too. And then we can see a lot of good harmony. And then we'll get the lucky bounces as compared to the bad breaks, okay? All right, call it. Look at this. You're one of the only signs that got only one card. Like two have been falling out just about for every sign. So you guys got this Imagine card, number 20. What a nice round number. This card says Imagine, all right? So this is the guy who's got the fishing rod and the moon, almost like, I can't remember which film company it is, but when the film opens up, there's a little boy sitting on the crescent moon, and he's like casting his fishing rod. Maybe it is Imagine. I don't know. Anymore. I'm just going to read from the book, and I'm going to move the card a little bit closer for you guys. It's very like air. I get the air element around your side. We've got these clouds that are almost like opening up like a curtain, and there it looks like there's like opportunity and hope and intention behind this card. However, there could be a bit of disillusionment because we've got a couple faces up here in the celestial that are like kind of looking down on you, being like, all right, well, do you truly have the lessons in emotion and compassion that you need to make your dreams come true? Let's read. All right. True imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity and illusions. Who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You are gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditate. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine that these things being real right before you right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. All right? So very true with this Wheel of Fortune, right? And we saw it here. If it's true love that you're desiring, it's like you guys are being asked to define in your third eye and in your imagination what it is, what's perfect for you, what you want, so that you don't find yourself like compromising on something that in a partner or something like of that nature. And very much with the overall energies, right? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you were wanting, right? So it's like this is the imagination, this is the communication with self in order to align yourself as that conduit to make it happen. All right, Aquarius, it's a pleasure to read for you. I hope you were able to glean some good things from this reading. Know that I love you all, and we'll see you next time.